going yet.
Oh.
Welcome back, coders, to a brand new episode of the Code Word. I am your host, Mr. Game KO, and we have on the other side a delightful man, a Dylanful man.
Heyo.
Sometimes they call him Delightful Dylan.
That's what I go by. The one and only.
Sorry about the technical issues. It just happens. Sometimes things happen that you can't control or predict. So shit happens. We're here now, and we're here to talk about some fucking games.
So excited.
So many games, dude. So many games. I should probably grab my Switch in a minute just to like remember them all. But I know that there have been a couple that have been on your mind, Dylan.
Yes.
Tell me about the number one game on your mind. Let's start there.
So number one, I am hook, line, and sinker with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, bro.
That shitty game? No, I'm just kidding. It's incredible. I've played a little bit, and I wish I had
so
more
good.
time.
It feels so. I played Origins, right?
Mhm.
I put like 80, 90 hours into Origins. And what Origins lacked, I feel like Odyssey has. Okay, so it still has like the stupid large map with way too much to do.
So much shit to do. Oh my god, it was intimidating.
But with that being said, it's also linear in a sense.
Yeah, like the story.
It just if you like, so the way I play the games, at least, where I hit all the question marks on the map, I hit all the random fucking side quests and caves and kill the fucking alpha animal, all the bullshit. And I found with this game in particular, if I do it like that, it not only helps the story progress, and you get some cool little extras here and there by helping people out, because it has that RPG element that they really pushed on this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Where if you help people or kill people, it can affect later missions.
That's cool.
Yeah, which I didn't think was going to be a huge thing, and it doesn't really affect the outcome of like my play, where like I would die otherwise, sort of thing. But it affects the story a little bit, and I like that aspect. It kind of I feel like vindicated for putting my time in that side stuff and all the synchronizations and all the fucking random battles I've been doing. So that and then the ships on top of it, because after about, I want to say, for me, it was about 12 hours in until I got to the eastern side of the map. Again, I was going pretty slow. But once you get to the eastern side, there's a lot of islands, and you could just spend a couple hours going around killing pirates, doing mercenary bounties, stuff like that, on the oceans or on the sea. So that aspect really helps you take a break, if that makes sense.
No, absolutely. I was talking to you. Remember we were talking about this game to our friend Jake, who'd been wondering if it was worth his time, and he was asking like what's it like, and I was like, well, that's a really hard question to answer, because it's like an amalgamation of like all of your favorite parts of like the last 7 Assassin's Creed games or whatever, plus like it's like adopted some cool ideas from other open world games too. So, but it literally is like all of the best parts of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, basically, without all the bullshit of like and once you get on the land, it's not a crap game like Black Flag was. Like, honestly, that was the biggest flaw, is like you just wanted to do everything in the ships in Black Flag.
Yeah, this one you can enjoy doing the conquest battles, which is where you're like fighting for the Spartans or the Athenians. You can spend your time on the ocean, or you can just go, like I just spent like 35 minutes on a fucking volcano island, finishing the location quest. And the cool thing about the location, the question mark areas, is whenever you finish like doing whatever it says, like loot 2 chests, whatever, you get a little bit of XP boost on top of it.
Oh, nice.
So it's not like you're just wasting time 100%ing sort of thing. It gives you that, that bump, and it helps you
absolutely
progress across the board, with the cultists, with the mercenary tiers, which gives you monetary benefits and stuff like that. So it kind of it's greased together really well, where you don't even realize that if you're doing one thing, you don't realize you're helping yourself down the road in 3 different areas.
You mean like real life?
It's kind of amazing.
It's like, what if I was a Greek back in the day? Oh yeah, it's really cool. And like I mean, I've only gotten to play the very intro, so I just got to ships and all that stuff. So you're going to have obviously a little bit later impressions than I will. But I can say the one thing that kind of impressed me was like the amount of care that went into the quest lines and the storyline too is like insane. The backstory of her is awesome. Awesome. And like the fact that it's that big and so specific. And I hear that just to get the main quest line, if you did no side quests, it's like 50 hours on like a regular difficulty.
I'm still in chapter 1 technically, and I am 24 hours in right now.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's 4 chapters. There's 4 chapters. So I just recently unlocked I won't go too into spoiler territory, but I just recently unlocked like the main objective of the game around like 16 to 18 hours in.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I feel like a lot of people that maybe discredited the game early on just got overwhelmed, or they just didn't put in the time. Because even if you're mainlining the quests, you got to put at least 6-7 hours in before you get a full grasp of what the game's about and what they really want you going for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I did never hit that point, so I would be really interested to continue down that path. Downside is I lost my opportunity. Welcome Sanu Kumar to the live stream. Thank you for joining. I forgot to shout out Bug and Shredder. Welcome everyone. But yeah, no, I mean I was playing through the streaming service, the Google Cloud Project Stream. That's what it's called. Which is awesome, by the way. You should check out the video I made on that. Like it's pretty impressive tech, like, and it kind of bridges the gap that I was always worried it couldn't bridge. So you should definitely check that out. But then I know that you've been producing some videos. So what can we look out for on the channel coming up pretty soon?
So recently I put out just kind of a random ramblings video of me just talking while I was playing the game.
It's a great video. Check it out.
It's just, classic delightful Dylan, you know what I mean?
Great.
And then I did a little mini like early combat tips. I'm still unlocking some pretty badass moves and stuff. So I'm going to have an advanced combat tips coming up. Once I get a few things unlocked, I'm almost at the top tier of moves. So once I get that, I'll probably put out another video.
Check out the how not to suck at combat video, please.
Yes. I died very little in this game, believe it or not.
Yeah, he doesn't suck at combat.
I'm not the most subtle. Definitely wouldn't classify myself as an assassin. I like that you're a mercenary in this game.
This is the least assassins game that Assassins is. You can be assassin.
It is, but it also ties. Like, so I'll get into it in some of my videos, but some of the lore, it starts to tie in.
Absolutely.
But as far as upcoming videos, very next day or so, we'll be putting together a ship combat video.
Sexy.
It's about 10 minutes long, so please check that out. It's just going to be basics on ship combat and why you should do it and what the benefits are, essentially.
Absolutely.
And later on, probably next weekend, I'm going to try to shoot some footage of me taking down some legendary ships, and that'll be more advanced combat techniques with the ship, and I'll have a lot more upgrades on my ship. So I'm going to kind of show off what the ship can do late game.
Hell yeah. Those are all great things that are coming to the channel, so keep an eye out for that. I have a number of videos that'll be coming out soon. I'll dive into them in a little bit as we cover the different games that I'm going to talk about. But we're not going to quite dive into our Pokemon impressions just yet. Dylan has gotten his chance to touch on it. I want to save that little nugget for the end, because I think it's like a nice cherry on top game, and we both played it, so that's helpful. In the meantime, I'll dive into like my first couple indie games that I've been able to play.
Yes, please.
I got a bunch of gift cards for Christmas, so I was like, "Ooh, indie heaven!" So I recently just started, and I've been wanting to get this game forever. I just haven't got a chance to. It's The Escapists 2. Never played the original, so that was just like I just knew that it was the better version of the two games, so I figured I'd dive right into number 2. And that game is freaking fun. It is hard though, like until you get like how it's supposed to be played. Like it's a little bit like confusingly hard, and then I really started to understand it after I just finished the train mission. I'm gonna do a video on it to kind of showcase the very beginning, and maybe a little bit further in, just to kind of like show what the mechanics are. But and it's like a full prison simulator. It's like being in like your favorite Prison Break movie, and like, but it's so cute and the pixel art is so good. Have you ever played that game?
I haven't, and I wanted to because I maybe 5 months ago I got that Prison Architect game.
Oh, that game looks awesome.
It was, and I got it, and it's one of those. I like those. Sometimes I get stuck on those shifts where I can't play online, and I need my sim games to kill 24 hours. You know what I mean? It's wonderful. But after playing that, I wanted to play The Escapist so bad. So
yeah,
I'm excited for the video. I haven't seen too much footage on it, so it's going to be definitely very fresh for me as well.
Absolutely.
But I'm happy that you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I know it's really good. I'm only to the third prison. I haven't started that one yet, but I'm going to be doing that soon. But what I will say is like Prison Architect is like it's weird. It feels kind of like Prison Architect and Escapists 2 is like two sides of the same game. Yeah. It's like if you could be the prisoner in that game that you're building your prison in, that's basically this, and like trying to break out. And it's super fun. You have to learn routines, and you have to kind of figure out what kind of items you need to craft things. You have to get smarter while you're in prison. So like there's like reading books, doing exercise, kind of becoming the buffest, baddest guy you can be, so that one moment when you see that hole in the fence that you're like, oh, if I hide behind this bush for this shift, then I can sneak out the back and cut the wire while the guards aren't looking. That's the point when it's really cool. You can get to the air ducts and all kinds of crazy stuff. So it's really fun. I highly recommend it, and it was on sale. I'm not sure if it still was, but for $10, and I picked that up for cheap. The other game I'll mention that I think was probably my favorite pickup, and I'll touch on a couple others that are not as like high on my list, but they're still pretty good games. Crossing Souls. It's an indie game. It's like a top-down action like story-based RPG. I wouldn't say like heavy RPG, like very light RPG, but just like the concept is you're a group of 4 friends, almost like in God, I'm on a blank now. What is that show that has all the kids that are trying? Stranger Things. It's like Stranger Things. So you're in this little town, and you control these 4 different kids by swapping between them. They all have different abilities, and you're trying to solve this weird puzzle that has to do with like a stone that was found from ancient Egypt that can like help you see the dead. And you got the genius and the strong guy and the, you know what I mean, and like so all the different character archetypes. And it's just really funny and it's really cute, but you can tell that like it was made by a small team that was just really passionate about it. The only thing I found that I don't like about it is sometimes the writing is a little bit cheesy. It's just like, okay, you can tell these are younger people that built it, but overall the gameplay is super fun, super smooth, and just a really cool experience. And I'm like, I think probably halfway through it. It's probably 6 hours in, so it's a decent amount of chunk of time, and I think I got it for like $7. So
I mean,
happy as a clam.
If you're getting $1 an hour, I mean,
I'm not mad.
Solid entertainment right there.
Way better than movies give me, so I'm happy.
Right.
I'm happy. Those are the 2 indie games I'll start with, and then I'll touch on some of the other ones a little bit later once I can remember their names.
Cool. Do you want to bounce back to me then?
Yeah, let's go ahead and go back to you, Dylan. What else have you been playing?
The other game I have been sinking at least a daily 30 minutes into is Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Oh, no way. You like Call of Duty? I've never heard of that.
A little crazy, right? So I thought I was off the Call of Duty train, man. No, I really did. And I probably would have been still off of it if Battlefield 5 didn't have so many glitches off launch. Like I couldn't do it, and I got Call of Duty, right? And then I played Call of Duty, and
you're
God,
like,
it's fucking fun. And the best part about this one, so all the starter maps, almost all of them are reskinned versions of previous Call of Duty game maps. So like I already know fucking,
you didn't have to do the whole relearn everything.
I got the frustrating relearn. Yeah, and it's fun because my paths I came up with like 5 years ago still crushing these little fucking kids, man. It's great. I know I'm playing with a bunch of 12-year-olds. I don't care. Okay.
I know,
But no, seriously, like it's really smooth. I'm surprisingly able to play with my crappy internet out here. haven't had any big issues with that, which is wonderful. Real testament to their servers for once.
Yeah, that net code and the servers,
yeah,
man. Oh my goodness.
And then Blackout's fun. The battle royale. I don't play it as much, but it is fun. It is one of the better battle royales out there. I think it's real smooth.
Yeah,
the weapons, like the inventory system for a console, is, I want to say, the best for battle royale.
That's awesome. Because the battle royale ones have always had. I mean, I hate Fortnite's inventory system, and I hate PUBG.
They kept in all of the attachments and everything that you would be able to put on in normal multiplayer, and it's real fast to switch in between attachments, perks, all those sorts of things. It takes maybe 5 minutes of learning, and you're
awesome.
But Blackout's fun. Zombies is fun. I liked it so much, I got the season pass. Right?
Oh shit!
So season pass, not only did it get me access to all the maps as they come out, and the so that's guaranteed 8 multiplayer maps and 4 zombie maps, I believe. And then it gave me some of the Day Zero skins, like for Blackout and stuff, which was really cool. Gave me some COD points, which you can buy different skins for your characters in game. Which it was the equivalent of $10 worth of COD points, so free $10 right there, which is pretty cool. And then I also got $10 for buying the game digitally, so I got like $20 worth of digital stuff right there. So I mean, it's nice that they're being pretty free with it. They're not really like making you pay. You can grind off some of the stuff. You can't earn COD points anyway in the game, but
any sort of like pay for currency, I can understand why they don't let that happen.
And all it is cosmetic. You could unlock weapons sooner, but if you put in the grind, you can get it the same. This season though really locked me in. That's when I bought the season pass, because the first season it was 200 tiers, kind of like the Fortnite setup where they had the tier system. You unlocked skins, emblems, stuff like that. This season they cut it from 200 to 100.
Oh nice.
So okay, it's a lot more accessible, because if you get a win every day, you get a free tier for your first win of the day.
Oh sweet.
Right? So I've been hopping on every day, eat 1-2 matches, get my win, and if I can't play anymore, I hop off. But if the season is 90 days long, or I think it's 80 days long, and there's only 100 tiers, so even if you only play a couple weekends or something, you can still max out the tiers and get everything available.
That's awesome.
Which is nice, because there's 2 weapons this season, an SMG and an assault rifle, that you can only get if you tier up.
Oh, so nice. You can't purchase them.
You could, if you paid for the tiers, but you'd have to pay. If you didn't play at all, tier 50 is the SMG, and it would cost you about $30 real life, and it would cost you about 60 to get to the assault rifle.
You know what? I'm okay with this, because I like them incentivizing people playing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those things, like if they want to grind it out, you can get it. If you don't, you can pay for it. And if you really don't give a fuck, you can just skip it. And the base weapons, it's not like the new weapons they're not overpowered. They're just different, and they're going to give you opportunities to get more XP through leveling them and stuff. But it's not gonna give you like a god gun. I like you're not gonna go in there. Yeah. So and I mean, from what I've seen, even that, like, the SMG is not that good. I still outdraw it with my setup and stuff. So it's but it's cool that it's there. The skin, I did buy 1 skin with my COD points, and even that they make you work for it. So even if you pay for the skin, you have to get 7 tiers to get the skin. Dang. So you unlock it in pieces, which is pretty cool. Nice. So yeah, they really just like seem to want you to play, which is nice. It's not just
that's always been my issue, is like, if you can pay to like get everything, then why play? And it's like, I don't understand why you even wanted that stuff then. I mean, exactly. So it's good that they're incentivizing people to play overpay. I'm perfectly okay with people being like, well, I'm going to be out of town for 3 weeks and I want that stuff, so I can buy it if I really need to. Ultimately, exactly. It like refocuses it on what video games are, which is things you play.
So it's and so far from what I've had the experience with, I haven't had a whole lot of like griefers or trolls. Good. I mean, there's always those multiplayer fucks, but for the most part, it seems to be more of a throwback audience, I want to say, for this one in
Well,
particular.
yeah, I feel like people who bought this one were the ones that were diehard into the multiplayer, and like that's kind of an interesting move by who was it that made it this time?
This one's Treyarch. Yeah, so
Treyarch.
Black
That's what I
Ops
was
is
thinking,
Treyarch.
but I just don't want to
No, you're
misquote
good.
because there's
You're
like
good.
8 of them. There's 4 or something like that make them. But Treyarch seemed like they decided to make that move specifically because they thought, oh, we can get some of these older guys that they grew up on COD, and maybe avoid some of the the little bit, I guess, like the little bit of the negativity that comes with that crowd sometimes. It's definitely grown up a lot, that community. It used to be so much worse.
It was much worse, and a big thing for me, at least, because I play hardcore kill confirmed, and a big thing that I've run into in the last, I want to say 3 or 4 games, was the quick scoping with the snipers. They don't cater to it anymore.
Good.
Which is, I mean, it's still possible, but it's not as overpowered as it was for the last 4 years, 5 years, maybe.
Yeah, because that made it impossible for me to play if I ever gotten anything serious.
Yeah, and it was one of those things. I was tailoring my loadouts to counter it, and then it wasn't fun anymore. It was just like, can I survive, sort of thing, against these assholes that aren't even trying, So so it's nice that it's a much more even playing field. There's still some issues. They have some really overpowered like pistol setups and stuff in hardcore.
Interesting.
Just because of the draw speeds and stuff like that. Like
because it's all reaction time.
It's all reaction time. You could be way overpowered with the pistol with the proper setup.
Okay.
I usually hold back. I'm still leveling up so I'm only coming up on my 3rd prestige. I personally hold off until I'm like max prestige, use the pistols, but there's some people that got the game way before me and they're already up there and they're just running around trying to murk. So
yeah,
I mean, I understand. I'm not hating the game, but
well, no, at that point you kind of have to, like, hats off. They worked that hard, but but it's also frustrating.
And it's still counterable. It's not like it's not a game ender. Like I don't turn the game off because it pisses me off, sort of thing. Like it's you just have to identify it and then work around it. But it's really fun game, really great maps. The 2 new maps have already been released for the first part of the season pass, and they're really fun. Elevation and Madagascar, and they're fresh. They're not reskins. Nice. So these 8 maps that are coming with the season pass are all brand new maps from what they're saying. And if they're anything like these first 2, totally worth it. And on top of it, like I said, you get the $10 worth of COD points. So
nice.
I mean, you're putting in $40, but you're getting 10 back in content. And even if you play the game, once or twice a month on the weekends for a couple hours or something, I think it's definitely worth it. And hats off to Treyarch for finally bringing back the series and showing that they know how to make games still.
Sanu Kumar and Entity Kin, hello. And Sanu, you mentioned something I wanted to bring up. You think we should be on Instagram also, Dylan? You think we should be on Instagram also? I think we might be, actually. We just don't post it very often.
I mean, we could
start doing like little like video
stories,
responses.
They're called stories.
Yeah, whatever they called. I don't use Instagram all that much, to be honest, but I think that it's something we can look into once we get a little bit more back in a rhythm. Again, we had to kind of take like a little bit of a hiatus, even though we were still putting stuff out. But we're gonna be a little bit more regular with things because life's settling down. My baby's almost 2 months old, which is insane.
It's crazy.
Dylan's work is at least set.
It's scheduled now.
It's scheduled, which is better.
I can start preparing, and it's not going to be like the streaming days of yesteryear.
Yeah, we're gonna be waiting a while on that.
It'll be at least a video a week for me, we'll say. And
I'm looking into seeing if I can squeeze in the next month and a half or so, like going forward, about 1 stream a month, maybe, and I'll ramp it up as I have more time. But right now I do not have the time, so it's been hard enough to just get freaking recordings in, let alone sit down for 2 hours and do a stream. So it's definitely something we're looking to, but we like your suggestion. Okay, quick transition. Also awesome on the COD. I wish I could play it. I kind of want to buy it myself, but we'll see how the funds go.
PS4, hit me up.
Oh, believe me, if I do get it, I'll get it on PS4 to play with you. Because you're going to need to train me because I'm bad.
I'll carry you. Yeah, I mean, train you. Yeah.
Fuck off. You accurate bastard. So the transition that I wanted to say was, speaking of another shooter that is not first person and also more story based and multiplayer,
What?
I got to play a game, but that I couldn't talk about until
Yes.
really recently.
Very
I couldn't
excited.
record anything. It's just frustrating. They only really let fucking big ass YouTube channels record shit.
One of these days, guys.
But I've been interested in it. I think we've all been interested in it. We weren't sure what it was exactly or whether or not it would work, but Anthem from EA. So I know EA's had a rough go of it. Battlefield 5 being a disaster, a couple other games just not really pulling it off. But I got the chance to play Anthem, and it was about 3 hours of gameplay. And I got to say, it was pretty damn cool. It was better than I was expecting. It also has some things that I'm legitimately concerned about. So just kind of starting at the beginning, the whole concept of the game is that you're in this weird post-apocalyptic kind of situation. It's not really post-apocalyptic, maybe like just different future sense, where the wildlife and these giant creatures have pushed humanity back to the brink, basically behind this one wall in this last city, and you guys have to man these warframe. Oh, I'm sorry, I misspoke there.
Wait, the final city, is there a big ball in the air? Is that how that works?
No. It's yeah. So you can make whatever comparison you want to Destiny or Warframe. They're it's basically the same concept. You have this like last stand kind of mentality, but you get in these javelins, as they call them, or frames, or whatever the suit is for Destiny. I wish I played any of it. Essentially you just have to go out there and perform different tasks, and there's like basic missions, there's advanced missions. I got to start off from the beginning of the story, it seemed like, although it seemed a little bit unfinished, so I think there's going to be more there than I was seeing. Nice. But it was intriguing enough. There was like a doctor or a scientist that I had to rescue. It was all done with online matchmaking, which was seamless once I got to actually get the game to fire up. So I would expect on launch day, just like the Division, that it's just like unfunctional for the first couple hours, and then it'll be perfectly fine after that.
Now, the version you played, was that the alpha? It
was the alpha, and it was on PC. Okay. Some really cool things going for the PC version. That fucking game is incredible looking. Yeah. Like one of the most attractive games I have ever seen in my fucking life. Like I can't even understate that. Like it's everything you've seen. It's exactly like you saw it. There's no like cut back like you saw with Watch Dogs or anything like that back in the day. Like it's the game that you saw in the first impressions videos and stuff like that. It runs incredibly well. Had it at 1080p 60 on my laptop, so you know that it's going to run on almost every rig. It sounds good. It plays fairly good, but the mouse and keyboard support's a little funky. The way you fly your javelin, there's like a reticule in the center. You've seen it in gameplay videos, but if you move your mouse up, it's designed to be played with a controller. You know how like a stick snaps back to the center? Yeah. So if you hold your mouse up even for just too long, it will just like start spinning you out of control. It's like really annoying. It's touchy. It's intended so that it's only like nudges in the direction rather than it being like push it and hold it. And obviously the controls were still in alpha state. So yeah. But considering it's an alpha, considering it was that I had no bugs, I had no crashes, nothing like that. It was surprisingly stable. The story was engaging enough that I was interested in it, and it seemed like the characters had some serious personality. The only other thing that I can think of that it felt a little bit hollow. Like it felt like I was just some of the impact with my weapons wasn't great and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if the fine tuning really needs to still be done. And I just didn't feel like my tasks had any sort of importance. Like except for maybe like the first mission, it felt like it was almost more like this is like a highlight reel mission select, and it was just real. Yeah. So it didn't engage me that way that I was hoping it would. Yeah.
Do you think that's because they wanted to hold more story stuff away from the alpha just for leak purposes?
I think yes. My first kind of impression was that it felt like there was missing content in terms of story for me to like. I was missing huge swaths of information that might have been interesting. There is cool setups, but the thing that I've always had a trouble with Destiny and with this is like Destiny does that thing where you get a lot of your story and plot points back at a safe space before you go and fight the actual battle. And the stuff you learn in the battle is stupid and pointless. It's like, oh, I'm talking to you, so we have to go to this point, and then this point will have that information. And you don't find out any of the interesting stuff until you're back at base safe. Whereas like the one thing that Warframe's always done better in its main quests, again, there's not as many, is during the mission you're finding major information, which is just like a Halo or something like that, where like major twists happen while you're playing the game.
Yep.
And I feel like that's something that would be really interesting if they can weave that in a little better. So I'd like to see if that happens, but with multiplayer that's tough when you're chatting and stuff like that on.
Yeah, definitely.
So
do you think it's going to translate over graphics wise if you have a 4K TV and a PS4 Pro or Xbox One X?
On Xbox One X, I have no doubt.
Yeah.
The other two consoles, I have no idea. Like regular PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, I think are going to look a little rough.
Yeah. The Pro should probably be able to push it.
It'll probably be like I think it'll probably be in like the 1440p range. Like so, like Xbox One X will be pushing 4K and it'll look clean as fuck.
Yeah.
PS4 Pro will be like slightly upgraded graphics and a little bit better resolution than the PS4.
Okay. Yeah.
It'll be way more playable than the base models, though. I just think this game is like, whoo, good luck on the regular consoles fighting it off.
I feel like the people I've talked to in my day-to-day that are excited about it are, for whatever reason, diehard enough that they're probably going to be playing it on, like you said, a rig that can handle it, or the Pro or the Xbox One X. So
yeah,
I'm hoping it does it justice. I really do.
Yeah, and I hope it does too. I didn't get my hands on either of those two versions, so I wish I could comment more on that. I don't want to get too in the weeds on that, but in terms of like moment-to-moment gameplay, the feel of the game, the look of the game, the interesting aspects of the enemies seemed fine. There's just a couple things that feel like they're just missing, or they were just not showing yet. And again, I only got about 3-hour slice in it. It was fun, but it wasn't something that was like, oh, I wish I could go back and play it right this second. So I hope it's better than what my first impression was. The other aspect that I think I was missing is I didn't have my bros playing with me. It was just some random other three, and that definitely made it so it just felt like we were all fucking around in a space together.
Yeah.
The open world also seems weird, like weirdly like disjointed. It's cooler than Destiny in the sense that you're not going to like small spaces or Warframe, small spaces. Like it's like all one big place. But it feels like almost like the only purpose to go there is because of missions.
Okay.
So I'm interested to see what else is there.
Now the open world is the verticality to it, or is it pretty one level like Destiny?
Yeah, no, it is vertical as hell. It's like everything is up and down and up and down. Like there's nothing on just like one giant level, and that was cool.
And that's something. Yeah, I was going to say that's something that we don't see as much with these style games like Division, Destiny, Warframe. It's a lot flat linear planes, maybe a hill here or there, but that'll be interesting to see how they play in the verticality.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm eager to see where it goes from here.
Now, do you think, from your impressions, Anthem or Division 2?
Division 2. You know what? I loved the Division 1. I don't think that's any secret. Well, maybe it is a secret on here. I didn't really play it a lot in here on the channel.
We're gonna play it.
But I love Division 1. I really think it was like the perfect looter shooter like grind. It had a really good like loop once you got past the story. I'm interested to see if Division 2 just fixes some of the story issues. Like
I'm hoping they add more story wise. Like I could handle Division 2 like post story end game. I could handle it being the same, but it'd be cool if they added some story.
Exactly. I just feel like the single player was a little lackluster. It was an incredible game that played
just more variety, really. I could even handle no story as long as there's more variety in like locations and mission type, maybe.
Yeah, and I do really want to see what they do with like level design because it's in DC. One of the things I liked about Division 1 was some of the verticality, although albeit it was one of its limiting factors. It was just I loved the New York setting, so I'm excited to see what it does.
Yeah,
I've watched some gameplay footage and it still looks great. So I still think that it's just the more sure bet. I'm not sure that Anthem is going to be great.
There's a lot of games coming out soon, man. I mean, not to get off topic, but the new Far Cry game coming out in February.
Yeah, like what is that?
Freaking Metro Exodus coming out in February. 2 huge open world games.
I'm like wondering if those are duds though because of how little they've talked about either of them. Like they had that great showing back at E3 like 2 years ago, and then Metro Exodus has just like not said anything.
Yeah,
and same thing with well, Far Cry was random. So
Far Cry, yeah, kind of. I mean, you knew it was coming, but not when in 2019.
I had no idea
A
what
lot
it
of people
was.
were thinking summer, and February is like really early.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I mean, Far Cry 5 was great, but it also dragged. Like,
and it had some flaws. Like, just let me fish, motherfucker. Like, let me fucking fish.
And the glitches never got
horrendous.
They never got ironed out. That's the problem. I can handle like first 3 months. I can handle glitches, but if they don't patch it eventually, it kind of gets tedious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I wish I had played that one on console. I felt like I would have had a better time on it, just because, like, I don't know, the PC build just didn't do it for me. It was beautiful, but it wasn't enough of an advantage. I just found a good deal and bought it there.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to play it with, and I didn't get to do that.
Yeah, I didn't get to do that either. I was kind of sad, but we'll see, man. There's a lot coming.
Oh my God, so many games.
Yeah.
Speaking of a game that I played, sorry to just piggyback right off my own self.
Dive into it.
Super Smash Brothers.
I was gonna say,
I don't have a lot to say except it's the best Smash ever. Like,
it looks amazing.
Fuck Melee.
You can't. Oh, I wouldn't do that.
I said fuck Melee. No, it's that fucking good.
Yeah, I've heard good things. I haven't played it, so
it's the first one. Okay, it's the first game where legitimately I haven't played a character that I didn't like. I've played every single one when I unlocked it, and every single time I was like, oh, I could definitely get into this shit.
Yeah,
like Pac-Man's the closest thing to not liking, and I still liked him.
You know what? I actually think I had someone at work bring that up. Wasn't even talking to him, and I just overheard somebody saying how much they like playing as Bowser, and I was like, "You don't hear that."
Always sucked.
Yeah, I was like, "You don't hear that. You never hear somebody saying, yeah, I was killing it as Bowser.' Nobody says that shit."
Bro, before the game came out, I was legit like, Inkling being in the game makes no sense. That's the stupidest thing ever. And I love Splatoon. You know how I feel about Splatoon. Yeah. I play Inkling. I'm like, damn, I'm my main Inkling. Like, what the fuck?
Oh
like,
God.
How is Inkling good? How is Bayonetta still good? And everyone's like, oh, Bayonetta's been nerfed. I'm like, yeah, compared to being like God mode, but she's still awesome in the game. Everyone feels great. You know who's awesome again? Fucking Samus. Finally. Samus used to suck.
Samus deserves it.
Yeah, she was great from like the first one to Melee, and then they were just like, fuck Samus.
Yeah,
you can only
Samus is good as fuck. Now.
Samus is bomb. That blast is fucking God mode. It's so good. I put 20 hours into it. I unlocked every character, and I've played every map, and I'm still working my way through World of Light. World of Light's awesome too. It's like the perfect like 10-minute grind session.
Nice.
And it's not heavy on story, surprisingly light on story, but super fun. It's like quirky and weird, and there's a lot of weird battles you play.
That's awesome, man. Yeah,
I can't wait for you to get it.
Yeah, I know.
Someday.
I know.
We'll play it.
Definitely.
I'll kill you. Definitely. Adam is really good.
Yeah, I mean, he plays fighters, so that's
Adam. If you watch this, I didn't say that.
He doesn't watch this shit. You kidding?
No, he doesn't like our channel. Fuck.
I'm gonna unsubscribe.
So that's it for me, I think. Any other games that we want to talk about?
Man, honestly, lately it's been COD, Assassins, throwing it out there since I always seem to be the one that throws out the mobile games. There's an Assassin's Creed game on mobile. Let me check the name. I always forget the fucking name.
What?
Yeah, dude, it's fun as fuck. Assassin's Creed Rebellion. It's you don't actually, so it's not like a live action game, so it's decisions based on your character's like attack value, type, and stuff like that. It's a percentage game, but it's really cool. It's like little chibi Assassin's Creed characters.
Okay.
Which I love. I love those.
Nice.
Little,
I like little chibi
models.
Get over it.
It's fun, man. It's fun. It's free.
The Final Fantasy game because it was so cute.
Yeah, dude. It's free. It doesn't tie into the game at all. Honestly, but it's fun. If you have 5 minutes to kill, pop it out, do a mission. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world.
I'm with you.
Yeah, yeah. If Ubisoft wants to, sponsor us because of my wonderful
We will
praise,
straight play the fuck out of it on
I'll
the
only
channel.
play it. I
We'll
don't care.
only play it if
But
you pay us little bits of money, like just little bits,
or
like
just
enough to fund our gaming addiction.
get us to 1,000 subscribers so I can
Fuck,
do
so I
this
can actually make
24-hour
money off of
stream.
videos. Yeah, that would be
And
great.
that I wasn't gonna say that, but so I can do
I
this
mean, what?
24-hour stream that I promised.
That's more important. Yeah.
We're getting close.
Oh
380
God,
more.
I'm gonna have to
And
wait a couple months,
I'm
man.
gonna have to like fly out to you because I don't have the internet for the stream anymore.
Oh shit, that's right. That would be so good though,
Dude. If I could get a 4-day and just fly to you, do 24 hours.
get us to 1,000 subscribers so we can do an in-person 24-hour live stream from my couch where my wife will be scowling at me in the background because she'll be not able to be home with 2 kids.
So angry.
2 kids.
The whole
I'm gonna
time.
have to fly out one of her best friends just to
or we fly her here with the kids.
Brilliant.
Victory. Let's hook this up, coders. Let's get 380 more and $500 on Patreon.
Please like the video down below if you think this is a good idea. And if you don't think it's a good idea, leave a comment below saying, fuck off. I just want to see fuck off. Nothing else. No other comments.
Okay.
I've been playing a game on mobile, but
tell me about it.
It's a game dev story. It was released a decade ago. Game dev story. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's a simulator of you being a game development studio, brand new game development studio.
Yeah.
And it basically like fakely takes you through. Oh, bug proofs. So perfect. Takes you through it's real, it's happening. It takes you through like the imaginary, like if you were starting off when like they were just developing Nintendo, Super Nintendo, PlayStation and stuff like that, and you have to buy a license and like run, and so you like kind of pick points to suggest like what you're going to design the game around, what you're going to call it, all that stuff, and then based upon how well you build it and who you hire, the game's either good or bad, and the whole goal is just to be badass at it. I probably have sunk over the life of me playing it multiple times in the past couple of years 45 hours into it.
Wow,
it's thirdly fun.
That sounds very boring, but I'm happy you're playing.
It's one of those games I can play on the shitter, okay? And
that's good. See, you need those. I got that. I got my balloon tower defense, so you got that. We're good.
You can't mock me for what you just said.
I've paid $7 for hundreds of hours worth of games.
I paid $2 for 45. Shitting.
Can we real fast at the end? I just need to ask. If you haven't done it, we'll save it for the next code word. Have you played the fucking Minecraft video on Netflix yet?
Oh, you're talking about story mode. Yeah, I put it on and I didn't watch anymore.
Okay,
I put it on.
We'll talk about it next
seconds.
time. I played the Black Mirror one though. Fucking wonderful. So.
I need to try those. I feel like that's a new section we need to cover. We need to do like an exclusive code word covering video games on Netflix, because that's a new thing.
After we do the Minecraft one, we'll each do it because I haven't done it either. We'll talk about it. We'll do a quick 15-minute video or something. Coders, keep your eyes open for it.
Brilliant. I love that idea. Okay, for our finale. There's a game we both played that I think we actually both really like. Is Pokemon. Let's go. Well, I mean, there's one good version.
Really like
a really shitty.
There's clearly the better version, which is what I have.
No, the shittier version is what Dylan has. Come on, Pikachu over Eevee.
Skank.
Vote below. Say just write Pikachu or Eevee in your comments.
If I made the terrible choice to make my Eevee into Jolteon, I would still whoop your ass.
Spoiler alert, you can't with that Eevee, so fuck yourself.
But it's fine.
They can't evolve because I can't make a Raichu either.
Eevee,
you have to go catch them now.
The most beautiful Eevee ever. Okay. Wonderful.
That seems like a really low scale. It's like Eevee is the most attractive Eevee in the Eevee existence.
I know. It's so good. I'm
so
glad
gross.
you said it.
No. Damn it. He's going to edit that and just repeat it. So besides the fact that we obviously are on different sides of this equation, and the fact that will benefit us in the long run because we can trade each other for shit that the other person can't catch. What do you think? Like, what's your impressions? I talked about it a little bit last time.
So I've been played exclusively with Bug. Okay,
I love that.
I haven't played solo.
Good. Fuck solo.
The way we set it up is we each get 3 people in the lineup. It's been really, really beneficial so far. Really easy compared to the original. Okay.
Yes.
But it's also really fun.
So how far are you guys?
We just got to Lavender, so we have 3 badges. Just hit the ghost tower.
It takes a fucking turn. Okay.
Yeah.
It takes a fucking turn because here's the thing I'll say is like there's something that I haven't even gotten to in the game without spoiling it that is cool because here's why it's easy, and this is what I figured out. Eevee and Pikachu are way too OP. Their fucking abilities are like God mode.
I don't even use Eevee anymore.
Well, and you kind of have to because it makes it too easy.
Yeah.
There's a point when you're just like, I'm just gonna bench you for a bit, and like if there's an emergency, we'll call you out.
She's my go-to. Like we're down 3 Pokemon, and I'm like, all right, fine, we'll pull out Eevee, and she'll one hit everybody. It's fine.
See, I was playing with like 5-level underleveled character, like Pokemon at one point, and like that was the only time I've like lost a battle. It was because legitimately I was in a cave, so I couldn't heal them really. I was out of potions, and I was playing with a bunch of Pokemon that were like leveled 5 levels underneath what they should have been. Yeah. So it took a lot to get my ass kicked.
See, I went into this thinking it was going to be difficult. So the lineup, I got Eevee, I got Kadabra, I got Gyarados, I got Ivysaur, I got fucking Vulpix. What's the third bug? What's the third one you use? I forget. But it's insane. It's ridiculous. Okay, that's a boss lineup. Yeah, but I do like that they brought some moves that weren't in the original game, like Scald. Wonderful fucking move.
They have Pokemon that weren't in the original game too. They do. Meltan is connected through Pokemon Go. I got him. I haven't gotten the big boy. No, I think that's harder. Yeah, no, I agree. I think there was a lot of like cool quality of life improvements. Man, the game looks so good too. So good. Like it's so attractive.
I like the catching system. I like the candies. It really helps you customize your team specific stats, which I like.
I'm actually like surprised at how much I like not having to battle Pokemon in the wild. Like how much that improves things. Like I didn't mind actually having to battle them. I hated the fact that I couldn't see them, right? Like, and the fact is that being able to see them changes the game so fucking drastically that like fixes a lot of like minor complaints I had when I was
also makes me realize how much I was battling on top of fighting trainers.
Also, do you notice how fucking many trainers there are in this game? So many.
There's actually less than the original game. That's the thing.
There's no way.
Yeah. Because so like when you come out of the caves like Mount Moon and the fucking Flash Cave, I forget the name of the cave, when you're going to Lavender, there's always that asshole that comes up and is like, let's fucking battle. You just came out of a cave and you have no health.
Oh yeah.
That guy's not around anymore. So
I think they just moved a lot of them.
They might have moved them, but it's nice because like they've made it so it's
not obnoxious to get anywhere.
It's more optional. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
You could run the whole game and fucking probably fight less than 100 trainers.
That's true.
Avoided them. You know what I mean?
If you just play the main story, that's all you have to do.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously I'm going to fight everybody, but it's fun, dude. Like, especially with 2 people doing the fucking synchronized throws.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
it feels great.
So cool. And it increases like you get the increased catch chance. Like there's the benefits to it, obviously. Like, oh, it's great.
Co-op makes the game so easy it's absurd. But it is super fun. It's like super fun. It's like weirdly, and it's and this is just a suggestion for anybody who doesn't have a gamer like significant other that is trying to get them at least into games. Pokemon is the perfect place to start. That game is not hard, but it's also something where they don't feel like they're doing nothing sitting there with you. At least they're helping you every step of the way, and there's almost nothing they can do that can fuck you up. Okay, so it's not a game like Mario or something like that where like you pull in a second controller and they're just getting in your fucking way 90% of the time. No, this one is like it's just helping. It's just helping. It's the only thing. You can get your kid involved. Like Ava was playing with us. She was catching Pokemon with us. It was so cool.
Wyatt was fucking like attacking the controller. Sorry, I inhaled vodka.
Yeah.
Was attacking the controller, but he can't activate Pokemon, he can't activate trainers. Like, you know, let him fucking
let him run around.
It's fine. I don't give a fuck.
Like, and he can throw a ball every once in a while. Let him feel it. I bought like 3,000 Pokeballs, so it's fine.
Yeah. Dude, that's the other thing. Trainers, when you beat them, they give you Pokeballs. We like. What more do you need?
I don't. There's like nothing I hate about the game. Like, there's stuff that's like slightly different that is maybe not an improvement.
So it's really fun too because Bug had never played Red and Blue. Right?
What?
Yeah, never played him. So for her, she's like, "This is crazy," and in my head, I'm like, "This is all wrong," but it's fun still. But it's fun to point out like
the differences.
Like, I know where the power plant is. You know, already. I know where fucking Mewtwo's cave is already. Like stuff like that, where I can mentally, I'm like, I know where this shit is, but we still get to go there together and experience it together, and it's still fun and enjoyable the whole way through. Which is
the last time I played it, I was fucking 10, so I honestly don't remember half that stuff. Dude. But it was like fun remembering, like Lavender Town when you have to go through the ghost hotel and stuff like that. It's so fucking cool. Like, and it's like it's seeing it like the way you were imagining it when you were a kid is like one of those weird, incredible nostalgia factors that you can't quantify.
It's just like Bug's been playing Spyro. She got the Spyro trilogy, and it's one of those things like. I never got crazy into Spyro. Like, she is fucking 100% of the game.
Spyro's a good game.
That game memorized. But it's one of those things like, or even Crash. Like, it's in my brain. It looks the same, but
it's like not an improvement.
But then you see the original, and you're like, wow, I was playing with trash bags. Like, what the fuck is this? You know, like,
playing with trash bags.
It's great. Like, I love that gaming companies are pushing out quality content that doesn't even the Black Ops, man. This is all full circle right here. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Black Ops,
man. They're fucking pushing out reskin maps. They're pushing out Nuketown. Nuketown's fucking like 9 years old at this goddamn point. Nuketown's still fun. It looks beautiful. All the basic concepts are there. You know, like it's. I love when gaming companies know what to market and know how to fucking market it. Like it
absolutely.
It makes
I totally agree. I totally agree. Yeah. It's really been a golden age for that kind of like remaster era, and I think we're finally starting to see people who are trying to put all of the effort in rather than just a minor amount.
Yeah, definitely.
Pokemon nails it. It really does. It's
really
one
fun.
of my favorites for sure.
And yeah.
It just gets me hyped too, because like they're saying that like this was intentionally just a nostalgia trip, like this version of Pokemon, and then the next one is going to be for you hardcore fans. And I'm just like, oh shit, that's going to be like legit the Pokemon game we've always wanted.
Yeah,
to happen. Like
dude. Yeah,
this year, dude. This year.
I know.
Switch is going to have a stupid ass year, man.
It's
Metroid Prime 4, Pokemon. That's all I need. I don't care about any of the other ones. Luigi's Mansion is coming out this year.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I thought that was next year. That's good. Fuck yeah.
They fucking nuts, man. They got the Yoshi game, which I fucking love Yoshi. I don't know why. It's so good.
Dude, Yoshi, ever since fucking was it Yoshi Story?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I can't get over it. Like I love it. It's
like something special in my heart. I will say this, Yoshi's Woolly World was like the best game that Liz and I played on the Wii U. And that's like
his stupid little struggle noise. It's fucking great, dude. I love it. Oh.
All those noises, all the cute little things. Plus now he's fluffy. And fluffiness is great. Do we have anything else that we wanted to cover? Or did we literally just talk for an hour?
We talked for an hour. It's almost like we've been doing this for 2.5 years.
No. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hey, keep those subs coming though, guys.
Yes.
Keep telling your friends, keep telling your fucking random strangers on the bus. I don't care. Send them here. Tell them to like, dislike. I don't give a fuck what they do in these videos. All right, as long as they do something.
We want haters. We don't have those. That's how we know we haven't made it yet.
Yeah,
because we got no haters. Yeah. We need the guy that says like once a week, kill yourself. Like we don't got that guy.
Nope. I want someone
to
go
that
back
person
to my Civ videos and talk shit. Like
I would love to see that. Not my videos. Just
mine. I'll take.
No. Because then I haven't made it, and that means Dylan's made it before me, and that would kill me more. Now you know my secret.
I can handle it. Okay.
Yeah, Dylan
So
can handle it. I can't.
Come for me, bitches. Come for me. Oh.
But yeah, no, we really appreciate all your support, guys. Just keep subscribing and, you know, just create more YouTube accounts. I didn't say that. I'm just kidding, YouTube. Don't do a scrub, please. Don't do a scrub.
They don't listen to us, man.
No,
We're under 1,000.
Really don't.
They really don't care about us.
They try to bury us as much as possible, but
they
that's
really do
by not caring. But
hey, but
we really do appreciate all the support.
New Assassins video coming out probably Monday. Eyes open. Please just go to it, like it. You don't even fucking have to watch it, honestly. Just like it, comment, share it, do whatever the fuck you can. All right, help us out.
Yeah, but also watch it because it's probably pretty good. He does good stuff. Also, I got like I'm probably planning on like 4 to 5 videos of different like indie games and stuff that I haven't covered yet. At some point, Dylan and I will do a Pokemon video together. Maybe we'll battle a little bit. Battle.
I mean, I don't think it's called a battle when I kill you. But I think
he talking the stuff. He talking the trash.
Oh man, is that
you know what? One of my least favorite things to do is take out the trash. But it seems like I'm gonna have to.
we'll fucking see. All right. Just remember, Eevee can learn fire moves, bitch.
Pikachu can learn water moves. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this? Anyway, we love those games, and we're going to keep bringing you more code words because I think this is just a fun way for us to hang out too, which we don't get to do enough. So stay tuned for videos, code words, all kinds of cool stuff coming up in the future because that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to keep moving my hands as much as possible. Thank you again, and as always, stay classy, bitches. I mean, coders.